Hello and welcome to Breakout Session number 22. We're calling this a new challenge. Before we get started, I'd like to just say hi to all the Guitar League members out there around the country that might be watching today. And I would ask, if you haven't already, if you'd please subscribe to this channel and hit the little bell so we can notify you when there's new content coming up there. And if you like it, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to share it with anybody on Facebook or anything, be my guest. I appreciate it. Okay, so today's challenge is to learn all the notes on the fretboard. Okay, and that's your challenge. My challenge to myself is to internalize all the notes on the fretboard. My biggest breakthrough in my guitar journey was learning all the notes on the fretboard. But as I was researching for this video, I realized that I don't have them internalized. I know how to find them, but if I have to go a different way, I actually have to think about it. So I'm trying to get to the point where it's just a natural thing. So that's what I'm going to try to help you and me do today, okay? So let's get started. Okay, so first we got to remember the musical alphabet, which is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, and we know there's sharps and flats in there, but we're not dealing with those today. Okay, if you go back to my breakout session number 1, that's when I first mentioned you should learn the notes on the fretboard. I talk about sharps, flats, scale intervals, and all that kind of stuff. So you can go back there and find it. It is good to just remember that there is no sharps or flats after B or E. So B goes directly to C, E goes directly to F. Everything else has a sharp or a flat between it. Okay, but we're working with just our whole notes today, our natural notes. Okay, so in my research for this one, I went back and I watched a video on Max Rich's website, and he's got it listed under technique lessons, and it's called Learn All the Octaves in 1 Minute. And he covers all the notes and octaves on the first 4 frets. So we're not going to do that today. Max is a friend of the Guitar League. He's an incredible guitar player and teacher. So go up to his website and check that out. He also has a free newsletter, weekly newsletter that you can subscribe to that's got all kinds of information on it. So we're going to start with F. In the comments, I'm giving you a chart of the entire fretboard with all the notes on it. And then I'm also giving you a little, just a quickie, how to find F. Okay, that should be up there too. And what I want you to get out of that is you can see definite octave patterns in that chart, okay? And so that's how I would find the notes on the fretboard. I'm a big shape guy, as you know, shapes, angles, I'm always talking about that. So that's how I would do it. Like with F, I would find the octave shapes, and I could find an F pretty quick, or any note around the fretboard using those shapes. But in my research, I saw people doing it a different way, and I tried that and I go, wow, I got to think about that now. It's not flowing naturally to me, so I do not have this internalized. So I would like to do that. So I'm doing this video as much for me as I am for you guys, okay? So what we're gonna do is, rather than using the octave shapes to find the notes, we're going to go down each string individually and find the note. Okay, so we're going to start from the fat string, go down to the skinny string. Then once we feel comfortable with that, we're going to come back up from the skinny string and go up to the fat string. So for instance, we're going to start with F. Okay, so we're going to try to find F on the big string, and then we're going to find it on the 5th string, and then we're going to find it on the D string, and then we're going to find it on the G string, and then we're going to find it on the B string, and then the E string, etc. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on that. We're going to go down and find all the Fs. We're going to come back with all the Fs. We're going to go up and down, till we feel comfortable that we can find the F on an individual string, okay? Then what we're going to do, rather than going to, well, we got the F, now let's go to the G and so on down the line, which would be just moving a little bit. It would be too much like cheating. Let's get a little more random. Let's take a circle of fifths and start on the F and go around the circle of fifths. So the next one we're going to do would be C and then G, etc. We're going to stop on the B because we're only going to work on the natural notes, okay? So that gives us a little bit of a random feel, but in reality, each one of those is a fifth higher than the one before. So eventually, that's going to help us knowing to go from the 1 to the 5 pretty quickly, okay? So the next thing we do, like I said, you do the Fs, and then we're going to come to the Cs, and we're going to do the Cs. Like that, you know, up and down with the C's till we feel like we know that. Then we're going to go to the G's, and we're going to go around that circle of fifths till we get to B. Then we can stop, okay, because we'll work on sharps and flats later. Okay, so that's step one, is to go around the circle of fifths, finding all the natural notes on the individual strings. Step two is we're going to get a metronome, and we're going to set it at like 40, that beat, you can hear that, to that speed. And we're going to start over again. We'll do the Fs to that beat. F on the first string, F on the next string, to that beat, till we feel comfortable that we can go up and down with the F. Then we'll do the C. We'll keep the metronome going while we practice that, okay? Then the third step is all of the above, okay, with the metronome. And then what we would do is we would go down, let's say, with the F. And we come back up with the C. And then go down with the G and back with the D or the A, you know, up and down, up and down. And if we can accomplish that to 40 beats a minute, we will have started to internalize all the notes on the fretboard. Okay, so this is kind of a short class today. I'm not going to try to demonstrate it. And honestly, I have to still think about those notes as I'm going. Like I said, I'm much better at finding them with shapes. I can whip through the shapes, no problem. But this is an important thing to get to. Oh, and by the way, when you're doing the notes, you should probably say the note as you hit it, you know, like F, 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 just to help your mind get it in. So I hope this is a help to you, and I hope by the next time I see you, I will have this internalized, and you will know all the notes on the fretboard, and we'll just advance much further together. So again, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.